Welcome to the Power Dialogue, where we bring you conversations with senior leaders across the power industry, exploring their career stories, leadership philosophies, and the insights shaping the future of power. Most people in the power industry don't talk about how their careers actually unfold, the pivots, the uncertainty, and the decisions that quietly shape where they end up. And if you are early in your career, trying to figure out what growth really looks like in this industry, it's not always easy to find honest answers. That's exactly why I started the Power Dialogue, conversation with leaders behind the grid. I'm your host, Karan Soni, and through this platform, I aim to bring forward real conversation with the leaders driving the evolution of this industry and shaping the grid of tomorrow. Over the past decade, I've spent the majority of my time working with stakeholders in the power and renewable energy space, be it the power producers, developers, utilities, engineering firms, and technology providers, getting exposure to both the technical and commercial sides of the projects. In my current role with Proactive Power and Automation, I focus on advancing business development opportunities and strategic partnerships across the sector. My path into this industry hasn't been traditional. I studied electrical engineering, and upon graduating, I started working in a customer service role in a completely different industry. I then decided to move back into engineering to start my career as a technician. I later grew into technical sales and eventually transitioned into strategic business development. And through that journey, I've had the chance to work closely with leaders who are shaping this industry. But the reason I started this podcast goes beyond my day-to-day work. I have always believed in giving back to the community that supported me early in my career. Through my involvement with various industry associations, including Young Professionals Group, I saw how valuable it is when people openly share their journeys, especially for those who are still figuring out their path. At the same time, I found myself constantly curious about the people leading this industry. Not just what they do, but how they got there. What decisions shaped their careers? What challenges did they face? And most importantly, what would they do differently now? Those are conversations we don't always get access to. So, I decided to create a platform for them. This podcast is for you if you are early in your career or aspiring to grow into leadership and trying to figure out what growth actually looks like in the power industry. If you have ever asked yourself, am I on the right path? How do I grow in this industry? What does it really take to move into leadership role? Then this show is for you. In each episode, I'll sit down with senior leaders and executives across the power sector, where we'll talk about their career journeys, leadership lessons, and their perspective on where the industry is heading across North America. The goal is simple: to give you real, practical insights you can apply to your own career. If this resonates with you, I invite you to follow along on this journey as we explore the stories and insights shaping the future of the power industry. Thanks for being here. I look forward to bringing you insightful conversation with the leaders behind the grid.